Hi guys, we are coming at you today with a restorative yoga video, and first of all we're going to let you know what you're going to need today. So I have two bolsters because I have neck and back issues. Mom has one bolster. We have two blocks with us, and then we have a strap. But you can use anything that will do the job. So you can use like some couch pillows, body pillows, some pillows from your bed. You can use some small bolster pillows that you use on your couch. You can actually use a belt that you can buckle safely for a strap. And I like restorative. It's actually one of my favorite flows when I'm having like a really tight day. I have autoimmune, so sometimes I just really crave a nice restorative flow. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start in a seated position. Just going to kind of loosely put your hands on your knees. We're going to start with our eyes closed, and we're just going to take 5 deep calming breaths. Make sure you have your pelvis tilted, your back straight, your neck straight. And we're just going to do inhale and exhale. And exhale. Okay, for our first pose, we're going to grab the bolster. We're actually going to get up like we're going into child's pose. And the nice thing about the restorative class is it moves very slowly. And we actually hold each pose. Sometimes you hold poses for 5 to 10 minutes. Today we're only going to hold them for a couple of minutes. You're welcome to hit pause so that you can hold them a little bit longer. So child's pose, you're going to have your knees spread about shoulder width or a little wider, but then you're going to have your toes touching in the back. And we're just going to come forward and lean on these bolsters. Turn your head to one side. Comfortably drape your arms on either side of the bolster, and you're just going to melt into those pillows. A lot of the poses in restorative are just kind of like melting poses. You're just letting the stresses relax away. Very grounding. We're just going to take about 5 deep breaths here. Exhale in and out. Okay, you're going to gently push yourself up off the bolsters. We're going to move the bolsters out of the way. And while we're here in tabletop, we're going to do thread the needle. So you're going to take your left arm and you're going to thread it through the right arm. And you're going to try to get that left arm onto the ground safely. If you can't, that's okay. You just want to reach as far as you can. And you want to try to get the left head on the ground if you can. If not, don't worry about it. We're just trying to stretch those shoulders out. And we'll stay here in about 5 breaths also. Okay, let's push back up with that right arm. Like I said, restorative yoga, it's really just about doing deep stretching. So we're going to do the same thing with the other side. Take that right arm, and we're going to thread it through the left side. And a lot of times you'll notice you have one side that's a lot tighter than the other, and that's okay. Okay, let's push back up into tabletop. And while we're in tabletop, let's just go ahead and do some cat and cows. So we're going to inhale, look up, and arch your back. And then exhale, look down, and Mom, am I saying this right?
Yes, sway your back.
Sway your back like a cat. And you're just going to make your inhale and your exhale flow. Just go in and out. I personally can't look up because of my neck surgery, but if you're able to kind of look up at the ceiling as you go up, then do that. And this just helps to loosen our lower back up. And then while we're here, let's just go side to side. You always want to get your lower back nice and loosened up before a practice. Just do that about 3 times. Okay, now we're going to come back into our sitting position. But this time, you're going to have wide legs out in front of you. And we're going to take our bolster, or bolsters in my case, because I can't bend forward very far. So if you have any back problems, you're going to want to make sure you have several pillows so that you don't have to flex very far forward. And we're just going to reach forward and bend over these pillows and rest your head to one side or the other. And we're going to hold this for about 5 breaths. And like I said, normally in a restorative class, you'll actually hold each pose sometimes 5 to 10 minutes. Sometimes they'll just do it about 3 minutes. But for the sake of this video, we're just doing it for about 5 or 6 breaths. But you're welcome to pause the video and hold each pose as long as you like. As long as you feel like you need it for that day. Very, very helpful for people with tightness and arthritis, any sort of neck and back problems, joint pain. Okay, slowly come up. Now we're going to take it to the floor. I know it seems like we've already been on the floor, but we're actually going to go even further. And the reason Mom is laying sideways is so you can kind of see her poses from the side, and I'm gonna tilt myself up a little so that I'm not lying totally flat, so that you guys can see me a little better as well.
Am I supposed to be flat?
Yeah, lay totally flat. And if you have lower back problems and you don't want to lay sideways, you can actually tee your pillows or bolsters so that you're laying kind of at a 45-degree angle. So what you want to do is bring your knees up, and if you can't hold your knees, then you can just grab the backs of your thighs, and we're just going to slowly roll our knees in a circle, and you want to force yourself to go as slow as you possibly can, slower than your body is trying to go. Okay, now you want to go in the other direction.
It feels so good.
Yeah, you should feel it on your lower back as well. Sometimes you don't realize some of the places that we hold our tightness until you start to do these really slow, stretchy movements. Okay, now I want you to hold on to your right knee and allow your left leg to go completely straight. And I want you to pull your right knee as close to your body as you can and just hug it, if you can. If you're not able to do that, grab onto the back of your right thigh. And if you're not able to do that, then that's what these straps are for, or your belt. So if you're not able to grab your thigh, you're just going to take a belt and grab onto the back of that with your belt. So you're just going to hug your knee to your chest as close as you can. Just for about 5 deep breaths. Okay, and now I want you to rotate it over to your armpit, and like you're hugging it towards your armpit as close as you can. You want to try to keep your foot flexed as well. Again, any of these movements that you're not able to do, that's what the strap or your belt is for. If you don't want to use a belt, Amazon is a great place for you to find straps, bolsters, yoga mats, any of those things. Okay, now I want you to grab that right knee on the outside with your left hand and pull it all the way over your body to where your right foot is touching the floor on the left side of your knee, crossing your body. And keep your right hand on the floor. You're kind of doing a twist. You should feel that in your right thigh. I can't get my right knee all the way to the floor, but if you can, that's your ultimate goal. Mine is so tight. Oh my gosh, it's pulling so bad. You're going to hold that for about 5 deep breaths. Okay, now let's bring that foot back to center. We're going to straighten that right leg out and pull our left knee up to our chest as close as we can. Hug it tight. Try to remember to keep that foot flexed.
I'm going to do this tonight before I go to bed.
That's nice, huh? I love restorative. It's like you find tight muscles that you didn't even know were there. It's really great if you hold it for like 3 to 5 minutes, because you just feel it going deeper and deeper into the stretch. Okay, now you're going to hug it into the armpit. Okay, and then now we're going to grab it on the outside of the knee with our right hand and pull it over our body. My hips are so tight. Can't even get my floor to the ground on this one. This is a great one to do like in your office every day. Just pick a couple of these and hop on the floor and try to get some stretching in. I think people are so tight nowadays because we all sit at the computer so much. Okay, bring it back to center. Okay, we're going to bend our knees. Let's take the right knee and let's just straighten it out. Clasp your hands behind your knee and just try to pull it tight.
Head down?
Down. Just pull it towards you as much as you can. You should feel a stretch in the back of your leg. And then we're going to bend our knee, but place that right ankle on top of the left knee. And this is a tricky one. Just going to leave it here for a couple breaths. And you want to take that right hand and kind of push on the right knee. You're going to push it away from you. You want to feel the stretch in that right leg. But then you're going to turn where your left leg is going towards the floor. You want the left knee and the right foot to touch the floor. If you can, don't force it. And the whole time you want that right knee going away from you. And then you're going to make cactus arms, where your arms are going like a cactus. They're bending at a 90-degree angle where your hands are pointing up towards away from your head. You should feel that stretch really nice in your right hip. Oh, mine's shaking. My right thigh's shaking.
If it's shaking, it's working.
Yeah. This one's really good for me in the morning because my arthritis is the worst when I wake up in the morning. Okay, we're slowly going to come out of this one. Lift back up to center. Uncross that leg, place it back on the floor. Put your feet back on the floor. And now we're going to take our left leg, lift it straight up. Put your hands behind your knee and hug your leg towards you. Just kind of trying to stretch the back of that thigh out.
And then you're going to go ahead and cross that leg over the right knee. Cross that foot over the right knee. Push that left knee away from you. Feel that stretch. Now we're going to rest the right knee and the left foot on the floor in that sort of funky twist. Then we're going to cactus those arms up where our fingers are pointing up away from our head. I think this is my favorite.
Yeah, I really feel that in my left thigh.
Yeah.
Or actually where Shell calls the leg joiner.
The leg joiner.
Yeah.
We're so technical with our medical jargon in here. That's why we're un-yoga, folks.
Yep.
Mm. Okay, let's go ahead and lift. Oh, lift back up to center. And place your both feet on the floor. Okay, I think we're going to finish this one today with our Supta Baddha Konasana. So we're going to put the heels, the bottoms of both of our feet together. You should feel that stretching. It's a really great shot. I'm sure you guys love seeing that camera angle. This will kind of be our modified Shavasana for today. If you want to go ahead after doing this for a couple minutes, you can get into Shavasana. This is a really good stretch in our hips and thighs as well. I'm already shaking in this one. I thought this would be a good pose to end in, but it doesn't feel very relaxing. Let's go ahead and get into Shavasana.
Corpse pose.
Yeah, corpse pose. All right, so straighten your legs out. Just get comfortable. Put your palms up, eyes closed. Lots of breaths, deep breaths in and out. Just let the stresses, anything you have going on, melt away. Let this be your time to really just think about nothing. Just be grateful. You have this practice. You have this time for yourself. You'll start wiggling your toes, your fingers. When you're ready, turn over on your right side. Let's come back up into sitting. We thank you for joining us today. And we pray that you're able to take this practice and make it a habit and go out and turn it into something positive, and that you are able to stop being in so much pain. And we hope that you found something good in this practice today. And we thank you so much for joining us. And Namaste, which means the light in us honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank y'all.